Magulandia to me is like the state of mind Magu was always in. It was his landscape, his personal creative imaginary world of where Chicanos live. And he would, whenever you were in his presence, you would be pulled into that, you know, and it was very rich, you know, a lot of imagery and a lot of cultura. And it was just a happy place to be with Magu because as a Chicano artist, a lot of times you're trying to fit into the mainstream, and he was anything but mainstream, you know, so I found a lot of comfort in that. I think the connection between Magu and I were that he called me Manita. It means little sister, you know, so I'm a mestizo, which means that I'm mixed. I have Native American blood and I have Spanish blood and Mexican blood, so the offspring of those three cultures were like little sisters to the, you know, the main culture. I felt like he sort of ushered me in when I moved from New Mexico to LA looking for the Chicano art movement. He was the first artist I met. And I think because he accepted me, a lot of the other LA artists had to sort of accept me because, you know, they tend to be very territorial. And so I felt very fortunate that he was the one that I got to meet first. I got his stamp of approval, so that was good. But in this particular painting, because it's a very personal painting on my relationship and my first encounter with Magu, my first meeting with Magu, there is the symbolism of the lipstick and his little cars, his caritos that he would paint. The symbolism of the scrolls, which is the, you know, relates back to the Aztec and the Mexican culture. Any scrolls that you see in any of the old indigenous codexes or codices means you're speaking, you're saying something. So as you see here, I have a scroll, I'm saying I'm not a hood ornament. And the symbolism of the Aztec symbols up here of the sun and the stars, it's the night and day. Him and I were like night and day. The lightning coming out of the lights in the car represents his energy. I think he had a very powerful energy, and it struck like lightning bolts. Names are also the fire of the Aries and the creative fire. And between him and I, you know, we're sort of facing off to each other, and that's always the tension we sort of had with each other. Even though he treated me like a peer and with respect, there was always this challenge to each other, you know, and a lot of energy and creative fire. And it was always done with joy and humor. So it was, I think he was a master when he did. And that's why the kiss on his cheek, because, you know, we loved him, we miss him, and he was like the godfather to us all.